Well, boys, here we are in late August. Time to rip a few more mocks, watch a little more tape, and gear up for another dungeon fantasy football season. Been an explosive last couple of weeks, to say the least.
Where to begin? Well, let's start with what sells papers, the headlines. This league has always been a conduit for the human emotion, and the strongest, most dastardly emotions have come to the forefront this offseason. Power, greed, corruption. We've got our shadow commissioner, JY, non-existent, bordering on years, comes out of the woodwork, decides to take the democratic process in a vice, in his hand, and squeeze the life out of it, demanding unilateral change without the proper votes, without the proper mechanics in place.
I'm not really sure if I could call this a unique dungeon off-season. We had another year of Nas taking control as commissioner. Shout out to Nas. We did another vote on league changes. All pretty standard.
You know, that 1250 is not light, you know what I mean? There's been some pushback on that number. I think we're close. I think we're going to get there. Just a few more conference calls, but I think it's the right thing for the league.
It's been a mess. To the point where this league has been frayed at the very least at the edges, if not borderline fractured. But let's be real, that's what we love about this stuff.
I haven't caused much chaos this year. I've really tried to stay out of a lot of it. No gripe.
A lot of narratives going into the season, a lot of questions. But I think the biggest question on everyone's mind is, what's up with Rossi and the Buttnuts?
Speculation. There's a lot of rumors swirling around about organizations restructuring, people leaving the league, taking a hiatus. I don't know. I can't wait to see how this all shakes out and comes to a head come draft day.
We need answers. Is there another merger on the horizon? An acquisition? Where's Rossi taking his talents? Does he have any talents?
I don't know shit about fantasy stuff.
Is he going back to the Big Apple? Is the Big Apple going to pack another punch? Is he stepping away?
Andrew Rossi, franchise owner of the Fart Smellers Buttnuts.
That's right.
You asked for this sit down. What did you want to talk about today?
It's about my decision for this upcoming season. There's been a lot of chatter. I've had a lot of time to think about it. Lack of sleep, a lot of options. What do I do? Do I send somebody to Las Vegas? Do I pull a 180, miss my friend's wedding, show up at the cabana, or something else?
You hope the lights didn't get too bright or the pressure get too great where, we're going to lose the guy.
This is obviously a monumental decision for you as we enter the 11th year of the dungeon. Who in this process, Andrew, have you taken advice from?
I can't believe it's been 11 years. I was a kid when this started. I've consulted the Lord, my mom, close friends and family, my wife, some other league owners, folks that I respect, winners, losers.
Rossi, he's like franchise cornerstone. He's a founding father. He's won a championship. He's won the dress 3 times.
Where you have everyone on pins and needles. The people need to know, what is your decision?
Yeah, this fall, this is really tough. But this fall, I'm going to take my talents to España, enjoy a friend's wedding, but just as important, join a Spanish fantasy football league. I've got my eye on some guys, some young players at Atletico Madrid, Valencia, Bilbao. So I'm looking forward to a new land, a new sport, a new league.
I was pretty devastated when I heard it.
I got to ask you something that's been keeping me up at night, brother. What will happen to the Buttnuts franchise?
we have to put a nut in the butt for this season. And my agent and I have been talking to other constituents, other potential franchises, owners, and we've been able to work out a deal that allows us to take a year off and keep the league in a strong position from a franchise standpoint.
When Rossi told me, I couldn't believe it. He's leaving the league? Who leaves the league?
Hold on, stop right there. You can't just drop that on us and walk away. I mean, this is blasphemous. Explain yourself.
Yeah, want to make sure I'm respectful to all parties, but yeah, we are giving our spot up to a franchise to be named later, but the owner is Nas, the deputy commissioner, the real commissioner, the pseudo shadow commissioner.
When he told me it was going to be Nas and Holyfield having their own team, I was pissed. Nas, Grimo's #1 rival.
There was a new argument between Jur and Nas for the 1000th time, which thoroughly I enjoy every time.
Holyfield, their own team, I was mad. But as I come to think of it, kind of like it.
Wanted to keep the league and the owners intact and not bring anyone new into the fold, especially someone that's not holding up their end of the bargain and coming to Vegas to serve us in scantily clad attire.
Jer had $12 with 11 slots left. If he's not wearing the dress, I'll wear it as a server next year.
But in all seriousness, I've decided to take a minority ownership stake and be the #1 fan of the Fish franchise for this season.
You know, I think the solution is pretty solid.
I begged him not to go, but guess he did what he had to do, and I'm always going to respect the Buttnuts, a brother franchise, if you will. So,
Cameron, are you seriously telling me you ain't shocked that the algorithm broke up?
Not at all. Since some tension last season, I figured it was only a matter of time. A lot of decisions, from what I understand, that both people didn't agree with. I figured it was another year max.
You've asked this for a while, so who do you think was in charge?
Who do I think was a figurehead and who do I feel like was making decisions?
It'll be very interesting to see how Fish and Zane do.
we'll finally get to see who was the brains of the operation. Was it Nas? Was it Holy? Everyone thinks it's Nas running the show.
I think Holyfield was the figurehead, the spokesman. I think Nas was behind a lot of those decisions. A lot of decisions.
Is Holyfield now the favorite to come in last place?
You guys will never get me to say who's coming in last. I don't know. I have respect for everyone that has an organization. I respect Holyfield's game, what he does. I will not say he's coming last. So I won't say that. I respect his game.
Nas had success as his own team. Holyfield not so much. So let's see.
I know Fish has gotten last place, I think, multiple times before Zane came aboard. So we'll see how that goes this year.
Our last place team this year will be either a franchise that has been anti-wearing the dress, and we know who some of those folks are, or it could be our commissioner. It could be somebody that has wanted the public embarrassment and the public joke so bad that he could very well be scantily clad and wearing a thong next year. I could absolutely see it, and I would love nothing more than to see the guy who loves this last place punishment more than anybody taking it on. I would love that, and I think it's possible. Look, you have a kid.
Got my co-manager now, so we got 2 incomes that we can put towards it.
You're getting thrown up on. You're cleaning poop. Sometimes you become poop.
Last year was last year, right? It's in the past. You always have people that say that your team isn't good enough, that they can't do what they do, and I'm doing what Buck is doing right now. Shit on shovel. Go ahead, handle that shit.
Yeah, Buck, shit on shovel right now. There you go, big boy.
Leave it at that, man.
But it'll be interesting. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment.
Time to pack my bags. Might bring a thong to España.
Excited for the season, baby. Football, let's go.
But yeah, frankly, looking forward to another fun season in the dungeon. Looking forward to seeing you all there. And taking your money.